So talk to us a little bit about the difference between signing and funding. So my mortgage brokers called me and said, hey, you're clear to close. We're preparing up your loan documents. We're going to send them to escrow. Escrow will get in touch with you. Escrow then calls and says, hey, Randy, we've got your loan documents. We're ready to sign. What happens that day and what happens on funding and how do those normally work?
Yeah, so in the state of Oregon is a little bit different than other states. So when we sign and close at the signing table, we're not actually done at that point. We're coming in to sign. So you will typically meet with your escrow officer at that time, go through the full preliminary title report. You'll be going through all of your loan documents. You'll be making sure that everything that's already been communicated with you in the past is always all agreed upon in the paperwork that you're going to be signing. So you're going to be signing a lot of papers that day. Come prepared to sign for quite a while. We're going to need some identification to make sure that we're notarizing the correct parties in the property and we are who you say you are. But we're going to sit down and go through and make sure everything is exactly as you expect it to be and exactly as what we expect it to be. And then once we have all that, we're going to send it back to the lender. The lender will then fund their loan and they're going to send us some money probably in the form of a wire. You're probably, if you're a buyer, typically bring in some money to us. Wire is definitely the preferred way to go. You might also send a check the day before so that we have good funds to close our loan. And then once everything—
Can I bring cash into close?
You cannot bring cash into close. We do not accept cash. Even a cashier's check, it takes a day to clear the banks minimally. We don't take personal checks. We need a cashier's check. There's a good funds law that is a federally law that indicates that we need your money to close this loan. We cannot be using other people's money to fund other people's deals. We cannot be in that situation. So we need good, what is called good funds. And then once we have all that, we have the lender's money, your money, all the money to satisfy the existing loans. We'll then go to ask the lender if they're fully satisfied, the new lender, and we can go to record the deal. So once we have the green light to record, we submit everything to the county in which the property is located, and we will record documents transferring the property and assigning any new mortgages against that property, a deed of trust typically. And once that happens and everything is recorded, then we will communicate back to the lender and the buyer and seller and their agents as well to say, hey, the property is actually now transferred hands.
Yep.
There's a lot of steps, and I'm saying how easy this sounds. A lot of things have to happen during a short time period. Everybody's got to be on the same page. A lot of communication is going on during this time. So if you have any questions at that closing with the escrow officer, which typically happens a day prior to the recording of the documents, please just let us know at that time or at any time. We're always open to answer any questions about the recording. But again, signing the deal and signing the deed or your mortgage does not necessarily mean that you have closed, especially in a refinance. Typically on your personal property that you're doing, your personal residence that you're signing, you're going to have a 3-day rescission period. So you're going to have a gap between your signing and your recording of documents.